So if you're an ex-athlete, I want to talk to you about why cutting your carbs out is going to be one of the worst mistakes that you make as a part of your fat loss journey and getting back into shape. See, that is the first thing people think about when it's fat loss, right? Everyone is so obsessed over carbs and how you need to cut all of your carbs out to lose weight. But why don't we ever talk about the fact that carbs is not the only macro that's on the fucking plate? We have carbs, we have fats, we have proteins, right? Carbs is not even the most in calories, when fats literally has the most calories in it in comparison to all of the other macros. It has more calories in it than protein. It has more calories in it than carbs. Fats is the most caloric dense fucking macro. But everyone will continue to obsess over cutting all of their carbs out as if that's the only thing that makes a person gain weight. And carbs doesn't even make you gain weight. Eating in a caloric surplus makes you gain weight. So when people say, oh, I'm gonna cut all of my carbs out to lose weight, the only reason why you lose weight when you cut your carbs out is because you're eating less food. And that's one of the most annoying things that I have to go through over and over again in the age group community of, people in their 30s and people in their 40s, is you think just because you cut carbs, that's why you lost weight. No, you only lost weight because you ate less. Cutting your carbs out was kind of like a way to title it. But it wasn't that you ate less carbs. Carbs does not make you fat. That's one of the most stupid things that I always hear in society. And you guys got to get that out of your fucking head, because carbs do not make you fat. Now, what you want to do, and the reason why it's a mistake for you to cut all of your carbs out, is because carbs is a energy source. Every time you consume a carb, you're getting energy out of it. So if you're working a whole bunch of hours at work, 40 to 50 hour work weeks, where do you think your energy is coming from? It is coming from your carb intake and how much you are eating. So if you are cutting all of your carbs out, you are now lowering the performance that you can have in your own fucking career, in your own fucking lives. You don't have any energy, you don't have any carbs in your body. And that's why a lot of you guys feel like shit when you go on your fat loss journeys, because you guys on day one cut all of your carbs out. You've been eating carbs all of your life. But when you wanted to lose weight and start losing fat, you decide, hey, I'm just gonna cut all of my carbs out, and that's why you feel like shit immediately. Carbs are literally giving you the energy you need to fucking do everything in your day-to-day life. And guess what it's also giving you energy for? To do your workouts. And when you don't have energy to lift weights, when you don't have energy to work out, guess what's gonna happen? You're not gonna build any muscle. When you don't build any muscle, you are not increasing your metabolism. If you don't increase your metabolism, you are not creating a system to where your body is going to burn fat for you. Remember, when you have a high metabolism, that means that your body is still burning calories even when you are not exercising. So that's why it's so important for you to still have some carbs in your system, because you need energy to push your workouts. You need energy to do your job. You need energy for day-to-day fucking life. As soon as you cut your carbs out, you're fucking all of that over. And how long are you going to actually do a diet where you're not eating any carbs at all? We see the most drop-off rates when it comes to actually losing weight in these super restrictive diets: carnivore, keto, fasting. No one can fucking do these things long-term. And that's why we have the problem where people will go and cut all of their carbs out, they'll lose weight and they gain it all back. It's because the ways that you're losing weight is not sustainable, and that's why you're not able to keep the weight off. You need to learn how to keep the fucking weight off sustainably. I love some ginger tea. Now, how do we do that? We do that by tracking our calories and eating a caloric deficit. Where the fuck is my food scale? This is all you need to lose weight. I'm not gonna say this is all you need, but a caloric deficit is gonna be the most dominant power to lose weight. If you're not tracking your calories and making sure you're in a caloric deficit, you're not gonna lose weight. Why do you lose weight when you go on the carnivore, keto, and fasting diets? Is because you're eating less. You're just doing it in a more aggressive approach. You're doing it in a more unsustainable approach that you're not gonna be able to stick with. I always tell people, if you wanna lose weight and you wanna lose it sustainably, learn how to track your calories. Okay, and then just make sure you're eating in a caloric deficit every single day. Oftentimes 500 calories in deficit per day, which totals out to 3,500 calories in deficit in a week. So you gotta understand, it's not about you cutting carbs out. It's not about you cutting fats out. It's not about you cutting proteins out. It's about you having a balanced approach in your fat loss cut, to where you are pulling some calories from your fats, you are pulling some calories from your carbs, and you're absolutely maximizing the shit out of your protein, eating about 0.7 per gram, 0.7 gram per pound of body weight, right? So if you're 200 pounds, you're gonna multiply that by 0.7, and that's gonna be the amount of protein that you wanna be eating on a day-to-day basis. If you're someone who's like an athlete and you are like a lot more strenuous in your training, then you probably wanna eat 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if you're 200 pounds, you're eating 200 grams of protein. But understand that the goal, the idea of cutting all of your carbs out to lose weight is just gonna leave you burnt out. It's gonna leave you missing carbs, and you're not gonna be able to sustain this long term. And guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna gain all of the weight back up. So if there's one fucking thing that you can do, eat your carbs, track your calories, and make sure you're in a caloric deficit, because that's gonna be the most powerful thing you could do for your weight loss journey. If there's any ex-athletes that are watching this video that want to get back into shape, lose weight and feel confident again. If you're not already subscribed to my true YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm dropping videos like this every single week. And if you need help, you need coaching, you have questions, you can either DM me on Instagram at morepower305, same thing as my YouTube channel, or you can click the bio in my YouTube link. You could fill out my application and we can get on a call to see if you'd be a good fit for coaching. At the end of the day, it's up to you. No pressure. I'm going to keep dropping videos like this every single week. I'll see you motherfuckers later.